Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the AAC, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get... and 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the handoff. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Well, jet sweep pass. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Finds his man. It's Durham. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
But how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Trying to get to it. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll let it go to the left. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pin their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. set for first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Tulane right back to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Lets it fly. He's got him and they convert. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Now the pitch. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
3rd down coming up.
Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback checking off. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he wants it all. And it's caught inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback extends the play. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. He's looking to throw. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Green Wave. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Well, Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. LSU quick to the line. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
These corners going to give them some space. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his back in the middle. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
7, LSU, 0.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Makes the catch. It's Durham. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Tiger!
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure he had 1 foot in bounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out.
And he breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball? creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Tulane right back to the line. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It
fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
To the air. It's Nussmeier. Dances away to buy time. They're working that left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's going to pass. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got out of trouble and throws. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Going up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's looking for a man on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback, wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. LSU will get a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Fourth and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Coming after it. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Defensive back spread all over the field trying to take away the pass. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the red zone, looking for a space. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The throw. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time he lined up all the way to the left side. He was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking for room, it's Hughes. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards, he gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one, they need 8 on second down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. This offense has a second down play. They'll run play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Tulane right back to the line. They're throwing for it on fourth down. They're bringing heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Well, that play never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Quick strike complete. Nice move to stay on his feet. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
Using his legs, it's Durham. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Getting some heat. And he intercepts it. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Looking to throw. He wants to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off the speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going to block it. Nice job.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline.
And he's running in the open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. LSU right back to the line. Touchdown, Tigers! They take the lead with the 6.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 3rd and short, the power run here.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Pulls it in. It's Preston. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Tulane right back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking for the score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tight.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Nussmeier. He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're going to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Watkins. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
On third down, he drops to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. A tremendous play to make the interception, and then the return takes him close to the 50-yard line.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hope really strong, put up some good numbers.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Still looking, on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Push down for the tackle.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dances away. Looking down the middle. Got his man. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
And you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were.
Touchdown, Green Wave! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Now he's going to break the pocket. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Afterburners coming. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. He's looking to throw it, feeling some heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On second down, looking to throw. Now improvising. Unleashes one. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The clock is really putting the pressure on this offense. Hustling to the line, desperate to get a few more yards.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Preston. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're lining up to boot it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll start this drive firing. Steps away to find some room. Throws for the tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Going over the top. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.